On the frozen edge of the Arctic Ocean, a 3,000-pound giant rests on borrowed time. The bear isn't rushing. It knows a frontal assault against a resting adult is practically suicide. Despite poor eyesight, the walrus possesses a highly sensitive olfactory system. It knows it is no longer alone. Realizing the danger, the walrus must immediately reposition. To survive, those lethal ivory tusks must always face the threat. The geometry of the battlefield is locked. Now, it becomes a grueling game of patience and energy. The bear must calculate every movement. Despite the freezing wind, sustained physical exertion can cause lethal overheating under its dense insulation. By attacking the rear quadrant, the bear forces the exhausted giant to stop its escape and pivot once again. The perimeter has collapsed. At this range, one mistake means instant impalement. Mass dictates momentum. A violent thrash easily shatters the predator's grip. The bear cannot let it reach the water. It forces its overheating body into another sprint. But leverage requires a stable foundation. Against 3,000 pounds of pure muscle, the predator is simply dragged along. The violent exchange drains both giants. But the bear's dense insulation traps the heat, accelerating its exhaustion. But blubber and muscle absorb the impact like a shock absorber. The giant simply takes the force and violently redirects it. The walrus ignores the retreat. It knows the only true victory lies in the dark waters of the Arctic Sea. Forced to stop, the giant unleashes a lethal rotational strike to clear its blind spot. The giant responds by weaponizing the sheer crushing power of its own body weight. But the battlefield geography shifts the odds. A jagged ice ridge blocks the direct retreat to the sea. Backed against a solid wall, the giant's lethal turning radius is severely restricted. The bear commits its entire body weight, attempting to lock the exhausted giant in place. And a 3,000-pound animal does not surrender to exhaustion so easily. The escape route is clear, but the angle has shifted toward a steeper, more dangerous slope. As the giant reaches the steep slope, gravity abruptly takes control of the 3,000-pound mass. The siege has failed, leaving the predator exhausted and dangerously depleted of critical energy. Total exhaustion sets in. The bear flattens its body against the ice, desperate to dump the lethal heat trapped beneath its fur. The sound triggers an immediate primal response. The hunter realizes it is now utterly exposed. In a stunning reversal, the prey now controls the battlefield, and the predator has nowhere left to run. But exhaustion creates opportunity. The commotion has drawn a younger, rested rival. The fresh rival advances. The message is clear: surrender the territory or die. The giant fortress survives, while the hunter faces the agonizing reality of starting all over again.